back to Unladylike Opinions. This is Black Ink Crew Chicago. Season 7, Episode 6. The platform is Black Ink Crew. So the episode starts off with Ford telling Ryan he ran into Drea, and she said how they all came together for the convention. And Ryan said, nah, that's not what happened. And he gives Ford his version, the version that Charmaine told him, because he really don't know the real version. He going by what Charmaine told him. But the fact that Drea didn't talk down on anyone and didn't tell Dawn her side, it speaks volumes that Drea isn't the messy one. And Charmaine is the one that's spreading all the lies. But soon as you speak on Ryan's behavior with Anthony, he go crazy, but he got all this to say about everybody else. So Ryan said he just glad Namek avoided the drama, and he gonna always have Charmaine back, but she got to get her shop in order. He tells Ford how Kit was going off and how they fell out because Kit called him out about Anthony's situation. So then you see Kitty and Steven on the beach trying to lighten the mood from the convention, and he said he was nervous about the convention, but he got through it. And he said Ryan gave him an offer to go to Namek, and he definitely don't want anything to do with the madness that's at Second City. He wants to know how Kitty feels about all of this, and she said it's a great opportunity, but Ryan been acting funny with me, and she heard how him and Charmaine was kikiing with Caesar about her. So she said Ryan or Charmaine like Caesar, but now they all up Caesar butt now that they ain't cool with each other. He tells Kit she needs to talk to Ryan, and Kit said she ain't kissing nobody ass. She said she told him he was subbing when it came to Anthony, and it blew up. And he only wants to hear that he is right. He never want to hear when he is wrong. So Charmaine and her shop playing Never Have I Ever, but you calling Drea and Kit ghetto, and you over here playing Never Have I Ever on nobody in the shop. So Prince shows up, and Charmaine says she hopes her team isn't mad at her for them having to go to other booths. Prince said he didn't like it, and they have loyalty, and that wasn't supposed to happen like that. He said he held it down during the pandemic by himself, and she chose her guest artist over him, her lead artist. And she said she didn't want him to think that she intentionally did him dirty. And Prince said, oh, you gonna give me my 50% back? And she was like, no, that's between you and Ryan. And she was like, I had to make a boss decision. Neek, where you at? You said it ain't nothing about money, so run Prince's coins then. So Prince said he got the tattoo, and he said now he sees what Drea is talking about. Oh, how'd we forget? So over at Namek, Shotgun is giving them the rundown about, how things supposed to go, because a client walked out getting a free tattoo. So Ryan tells them he's taking some time out to meet with different therapists to figure out what's going on with him. And they tell him he needs to do that and the shot will survive without him. So Steven walks in. He wants to talk to Ryan about his offer of tattoo in there. And here go Ryan talking about he got to make sure he not pillow talking with Kit, because she basically a loose cannon. And if he there, he gonna have to be 100% with him. And he got a spot for him right now in the back. And he said he know how Kit is. She seduces people and get information for them and use it against them. This bitch. Ooh, this. So Prince and his girlfriend go to cook some food, and Prince said he like the hood good Gordon Ramsay. They sit down and she asks him how he feel about everything. And even she said it didn't make sense to her that he was at another booth. And Prince said if it don't get any better, he gonna have to leave. Then you see Steven and Namek, and he gets welcome to the shop. And he wants to learn every technique that he can, because he wants to open up a shop back in London. He gets right into drawing a tattoo and tattooing it on one of the other artists there. And, he kills the tattoo, of course, and she is happy with it, said the details was on point. Then you see Nick and Charmaine talking about her dad, and she says, it's a matter of time before she get that call that he's gone. And she tells him about being embarrassed about the convention, and she puts all the blame on Drea and Kit for being ratchet. And I'm like, girl. So she tells Nick how Prince isn't happy with her, and he should be grateful that he got the tattoo at the shop rent-free during COVID. And Nick said, oh, he mad at you and not Drea? Nick, shut up. And he tells Charmaine to be aware of what's going on with Prince and not to ignore the red flags. So Ryan said he gonna have to take care of Second City thing before he leaves, and he made a promise to Charmaine's mother that he would look out for her. So he sends out a text to everyone individually about a meetup at 9 Mag Friday. So the guys arrive at the meeting first, which is an intervention for Second City. So Charmaine arrives, and Drea is via video chat, and then Kit arrives. She said she knew it was a setup. He said what he saw at the convention was embarrassing. They all agreed, and Prince said he don't know no business that runs like Charmaine runs hers. He said it was so many personal stuff going on, and Charmaine said she came to work as a team and she was blindsided by what happened. And Drea started laughing, and Ryan said, well, tell me then, Drea, you laugh. And she said Charmaine doesn't know what she's doing and she doesn't want to educate herself. And Ryan keeps calling her name, trying to stop her and say that this is a collective and this is the owner of the shop. And he said, you can teach her, but you want to walk out away from her but still be a part of Black Ink Crew. And it don't work like that. And I'm like, y'all all just getting all this information for Charmaine and not really listening to what Drea is trying to tell you. So then Don said it's a blessing that you have to work past your differences, and y'all about to crumble y'all opportunity. Charmaine said she does need some help, but the disrespect Drea gave her, she doesn't look at her the same. She'll never want her help. So Ford asks, like, what was the disrespect? And she flips the story about the meeting at the shop and says they came at her. And Kitty said, your energy was already on rah-rah, and this was mine, and you the boss. And then you lied and said I tried to fight you, and you know that's a lie. And Prince said, I'm gonna give you the real. He said, we was having a business meeting, and when Kid and Drea walked in, the energy shifted, and it got personal. And he gave an accurate rundown to me. But Charmaine was like, Prince said he felt disrespected when he had to go work with Ryan, and he and Drea are both originals. So she tells him to save it, and she doesn't care. So Charmaine said he was biased because he was sleeping with Drea. And she said his car has been parked outside of Drea's apartment. She called Drea a whole trash bag, like she ain't the one that screwed Dunn in the bathroom on camera at 9 Mag. But okay, first season, and that's how we met you. So Drea said, you messy, you the one F'd everybody in the shop. And Charmaine said, I only F one person. And the cameraman zoomed in on Dunn. I holler. So Charmaine tell Prince, I'm gonna let you tell that to Mariah that you was staying at Drea's house. And Prince said she knows this already because I got stuff going on that don't nobody know about. And Prince said he not sleeping with Drea and he won't ever sleep with her. And Charmaine got to be out of her mind bringing this up at a business meeting, which is true. So he said they was painting that night. That's what artists do. That's all I've been doing is working. I have not been biased. He was biased, but I was like, you was biased, but it was when you was biased for Charmaine. And now that you not on her side and you standing up for the truth, she mad. So Drea said, how can a woman that has been through something so similar do the exact same thing to another woman? Which is true. So Ryan said the ultimate problem is not know who's sleeping with who. And Steven said he never seen anything like this and he would love to see them rise to the next level. Ryan said, what is the goal? What are we doing as a crew? Kid said, if you the leader, have you been upholding that? And he said, I have. And Charmaine said, yes, you have with our relationship. Girl, go by. And Kitty said, oh, I'm not a part of the crew. Got it. And he tells Kit they was close, but she came at him about that ant stuff. She said, you was subbing and I told you not to do that. And she was like, and he was subbing. I told that nigga straight to his face and he ain't do nothing. And I'm like, oh, okay. So Kit said, sis is yelling at me like I ran over his puppy. And she started throwing tampons in her little confessional and saying it must be that time of month for him. So he calls her a goofball and she said, you're not going to play me like I'm some goofy bitch. And Dunn started taking him off. And he said, Dunn says, he got to get his emotions in check. And then Ryan said he invited everyone there to solve things out and he got out of his body. Kit said big DC in this bit and walk out. And that was the end of the episode. And I'm trying to figure out how you mad because she called you out. Talking about he was on there crying 2 weeks after he had already talked to him. Just because it was 2 weeks doesn't mean that he wasn't still hurt. He just called you out about it. Because look how you handle it. You're not sorry. How you mad because she told you to stop subbing? Because that's exactly what you was doing. Look how weak you called him. So you know you was subbing. How you more mad at him because he told Rachel what you did? Ryan gets on my nerve. Anyway, that was my little quick rundown of Black Ink Crew Chicago. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will get back to you guys next Monday. Hopefully, I'm feeling better and I can get these videos out in time because I feel horrible, but I had to do it. So, goodbye. Thank you.